Hello everyone, and welcome. Well, I finally found a little bit of time to get out in the bush. So let me get the sled out of the car here. Then we're going to get ready and take a little walk and go and have some lunch. Okay, well, there's a nice clearing down by the river. That's where I was hoping to go, but there's a bit too much wind picking up, and it's coming up off the river, making things a little cool. So I came back here into the bush, and I think I'm going to tuck myself into this little area. The snow had stopped. Now it looks like it's starting up again. So I think what I'm going to do is first of all get this belt off. And I think right between these two trees, I'm going to string up a tarp and build my fire on the other side of it. That way we'll be protected from this little bit of snow. But first, I got to go pack down that area. Now this isn't the perfect solution, but the tarp is up. I'm going to have a little area here that I can hide out away from the snow. But my chair does not have a base to it. It's just the four legs, and I know it's going to sink. So I'm going to shovel out a small area for my chair here, and then a small area for the fire pit. Now, before I set up my chair, I want to go and gather up some firewood. And there's a lot of trees around here that have dead branches towards the bottom. So if I take just a few of those, it's not going to hurt the tree, and it's going to let us cook some lunch. Now this is exactly what I mean. dead, leaned into a tree. That's perfect. And a lot of these lower limbs are dead. Okay. All right, let's get some of this stuff back to our little makeshift camp. Brought along the Boreal 24. Most of these branches are small enough I can just break them with my hands, but this one piece is a little bit bigger and I want to use that for the base of my fire. Now, using these logs to create the base for my fire, that will basically it'll keep the embers up off the ground and out of the snow, so that as my fire is burning down, the embers aren't going in the snow and being put out. Once this gets hot enough, it'll melt some of the snow around and dry the ground underneath it, and then it'll be able to sustain the fire without a problem. So for today, let's use one of these fire starters that I had made up. Pull it apart, get some fine fibers. Get my knife and my little mini ferro rod. Now that I see the flames poking through the top, I can add a little bit more. Let that burn just a little bit. And now I should be able to leave that alone for a little while, and it'll establish a decent bed of coals so that I could keep burning. While we're waiting for the fire to establish itself, Let's set up our chair. Now we're going to let that burn just a few more minutes. And then we'll start dealing with lunch. So the first thing we're going to do is get some water in here and make some tea. And then for lunch, I brought some stag chili. Silverado beef chili with beans. So I'm gonna get this pot out. Come on. There. Don't need any of that. Set that aside. Get all the chili into the pot. Put the lid on. My garbage together so I can take it home later. Now, I went and got a long branch and I carved a little bit of a notch in it. I'm going to jam that down into the snow so that the tip is over the fire. And we are going to hang our chili up there. I don't want it too low because I don't want it to burn. I want it just to warm up. As the fire burns down, I can just push on the stick in the snow and bring the pot down a little lower if I need to. So our water's at a boil. I've got some chaga in my tea ball. Hey, and I didn't drop it in this time. Now I'm going to move that just off to the side where it'll stay warm and steep, but it won't be a raging boil anymore. Let's check on our chili. Chili's warming up nicely. Gonna get my spoon and just give it a stir just to make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, that tea should be ready. That looks perfect. Set that there to cool. Nice cup of tea, nice little fire with lunch warming. Couldn't ask for a better day. Some of you are probably wondering how the new job is going. So far, I love it. There's certain things that need to get done. Normally on a certain day, like on Tuesdays, we do our dump run. But sometimes things happen. You don't get around to it right away. So you end up doing it on a different day. Because things are always changing. The routine is set like that. But if something breaks and you have to go fix it, and it's more urgent than doing that dump run, well, you go and fix that. If you don't have time to get to the dump run that day, you do it the next day. Hey, stop that. And it's a lot of stuff like that. It's different every day. When I first got the job, I was told occasionally on weekends, if it snows, you have to come in and plow. Well, I worked my first week. Snowed like crazy on Friday night. I had to get up early on Saturday and go plow. I worked the second week. Snowed like crazy on Friday night. I had to get up early on Saturday and go plow. This week, yesterday, which was Friday, towards the end of the day, we looked at the weather network and said, they're not calling for any snow, just a few light flurries. We're not going to have to work this weekend. I get to come out in the bush and have some fun. I was hoping to do a camping trip, but we're watching Kieran tomorrow, our grandson, and there's no way I was going to miss that. So I'm out for a day trip today having lunch, and then tomorrow I get to play with Kieran. I've been shoveling all the snow off my deck into a pile in the backyard. And recently I shaped it just to make a bit of a slide for him. And I picked him up a little plastic sleigh. So I'm hoping that when he's over tomorrow, weather permitting, I can dress him up warm, take him outside, put him on that little hill. It comes up to about here on me. But I carved out a notch so that I could walk right up close to the flat platform on top, so that I could put the sled down, put Kieran on the sled, and then watch him go down. So it should be fun. But back to the job. Things change all the time. The heat kicks out. We got to go climb up onto the roof and see what's going on. People are coming to do repairs on the roof. We got to go up there and shovel a bit of snow and clear an area for them. Whenever it snows, we got to plow all the parking lots and the main parking lot. But when we do that, we just use the trucks with a plow on the front, and we just push everything into one pile in one corner of each lot. And then I get to play on the loader and take the pile off the lot. Lots of interesting things. Once in a while I get to use the big sand truck. Some things are funner than others. Last week we were busy Tuesday, Wednesday. We never managed to get the dump run done, so I did it on Thursday. And I had to do it by myself. And boy, did we have a load. That one wasn't so much fun. But, hey, it's all got to get done. Oh. But this lunch is just about ready. So I'm going to go and check on that. Ouch. Whew. The pot, she's hot. Put a glove on. And now the pot, she's not hot. Oh. Oh, not bad, not bad. I thought it had stuck to the bottom, but it's not. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is a good one. I've tried all the other stag chilies, but I had never tried that Silverado. Oh, that's nice. Oh. And I did bring a couple of slices of bread. You've got to have a little bit of bread with your chili. All right, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll bring you back in a little bit. So lunch was good. Now I've just got water in the pot, just to boil it, just to get as much of that chili unstuck from the wall as I can. Get it as clean as possible before I take it home. But now that I'm done eating lunch, I brought a chunk of a Toblerone bar. Partially frozen, but very good. Love it out here. But of course I got here, it was snowing, it was gray, it was gloomy. I set up the tarp as a place to hide, got the fire going. Now that I'm done having lunch and it's almost time to pack up, the sun's trying to come out. Well, I'm hoping that one of these weekends soon, it's not going to snow and I'm going to be able to come out and camp. I am looking forward to my next overnighter. I had a spot in mind. That's easy to get to. And I was planning on maybe doing a little bit of setup there today, so that the next chance I get, I could go there. And it's not far off of where I park. So I would be able to go, even if I have to plow on a Saturday morning, I'd be able to leave and go there. As long as I've got stuff ready before I get there. If I've got wood cut and stuff and an area cleared somewhat, I'd only have to remove whatever snow that fell that night. It could be done. I checked on it when I got here. The loggers are here logging. And they're hauling logs in and out. So they confiscated that area for a helipad. So, big sign blocked off, no access. Helicopter landing pad. So I can't go camp there. There's a few other places that are still somewhat close. Just means instead of pre-cutting some wood, I may have to bring a little extra firewood. Oh well, I can do that too. Hopefully, we don't get any snow next weekend and I can come out and do an overnighter. Or at the very least, the weekend after that. Nice hot fire, warm cup of tea, sitting in a pile of snow. The perfect day. Kind of figured that sun would be coming out. Because they weren't calling for snow today. This is what they were calling for, as a nice sunny day. That's why I brought the sunglasses. Because when that sun hits that right spot and glares off that snow, whoo, hard on the eyeballs. Oh. So nice to get back out again. I'm enjoying the new job, but I wish it wouldn't snow on weekends. Oh well, I knew that was part of the package going in, so no sense complaining about it now. So most of the stuff is put away. The last few sticks that I had, I've tossed onto the fire. I'm just enjoying this for a few minutes. Most of the stuff is packed up. All that's left is the chair and the tarp. So in just a few minutes I'm going to pack all this stuff up. And it's going to be time to head for home. I want to get there and get my laundry done for the week and get a few things organized so that when the grandson comes over tomorrow, I can spend as much time with him as I can. Ready, set, go! It's always a good time when he comes over. So I want to thank you all for coming along. It's always a pleasure having you with me. Maybe sometime soon we'll be doing an overnighter again. That would be fantastic. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. When you do, there'll be a drop-down menu. In that menu, select all. That should let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.